This powder can dramatically improve plant growth or quietly damage your soil, depending on how it's used. Most gardeners hear about wood ash and assume it's harmless. It isn't. Used raw, it can raise soil pH too quickly, burn roots, and reduce beneficial soil life before plants ever show visible stress. But when it's prepared carefully and used with restraint, it can support flowering, strengthen roots, and improve overall plant performance over time. This guide explains the correct way to use fermented wood ash, and why much of the advice shared online causes more harm than benefit. If wood ash has ever been sprinkled directly onto soil, that experience is common. It's one of the most widespread soil practices, and one of the most misunderstood. The issue isn't that wood ash is harmful by nature. The issue is speed. Wood ash is alkaline. When it enters soil all at once, pH can shift before roots and microorganisms have time to adjust. This is why some plants appear to improve at first, then slowly decline weeks later. The soil surface still looks normal. Leaves remain green. But below the surface, balance has already been disrupted. Fermentation changes how minerals from wood ash reach the soil. It slows their impact, softens alkalinity, and allows soil life to remain active when done correctly. Before explaining the method, one point matters. If this process is rushed or shortened, the technique may still appear effective, but the risk increases significantly. Fermentation does not create nutrients. Wood ash already contains potassium, calcium, and trace minerals. What fermentation controls is the rate at which those minerals interact with the soil. Sudden chemical shifts are avoided. Microbial activity is preserved. Application becomes more forgiving. This is not compost tea. Extending fermentation time does not improve results. In fact, leaving the mixture too long increases instability rather than benefit. Preparation should remain simple. Use 1 tablespoon of clean wood ash. Only ash from untreated natural wood. Charcoal should not be used. Painted or processed wood should never be included. Mix the ash with 1 liter of clean water in a non-metal container. Stir gently. Cover loosely so gas can escape. Allow the mixture to rest for 24 to 48 hours. Stir once per day. After this period, strain the liquid. The sediment is discarded. Only the liquid is used. Application method matters. If this solution is applied the same way regular water is applied, it is already being misused. Before use, dilute the liquid again. 1 part fermented ash solution to 5 parts clean water. Apply only to the soil. Leaves should not be sprayed. The base of the stem should not be flooded. This treatment is used once every 3 to 4 weeks at most. It is most appropriate for fruiting and flowering plants, including tomatoes and peppers, and for mature ornamentals. Seedlings should not receive this treatment. Acid-loving plants, such as blueberries or azaleas, should be avoided. Soils that are already alkaline should not be treated. When soil responds well, growth improves because balance is restored, not because plants are force. Potassium supports energy movement and flowering. Calcium strengthens cell walls and root structure. Because fermentation prevents shock, soil microorganisms remain active. Growth becomes steady rather than excessive. If no visible response occurs, this does not indicate failure. It usually indicates that the soil already contains what the plant requires. This explains why some gardeners report excellent results, while others experience long-term decline. The difference is not the material. It is the method. More is not better. Stronger is not smarter. Soil responds to balance, consistency, and restraint. Fermented wood ash is a tool. Used carefully, it supports soil health. Used carelessly, It causes damage that often appears long after the application itself.